Hey guys, I'm here to read Living Things Grow and Reproduce. So let's get started. What are plant life cycles? Plants and animals change during their lifetimes. They grow, reproduce, and die. This group of changes is called a life cycle. Plants and all living things have life cycles. Flowering plants. Different living things have different life cycles. Plants and flowers have life cycles that are alike. A flower or a blossom makes fruit. The fruit is part of the plant that has seeds inside. A seed is the first stage in the life cycle of most plants. Pollen helps make seeds. Pollen looks like a powder. It is found inside flowers. The pollen must move from one part of a flower to another. Wind can help move pollen. So can insects and other animals. Then seeds can form. So I'm going to show you a picture of an apple tree with blossoms. And when the wind blows, it blows that pollen around so that we can pollinate the apple trees. When a seed is planted in soil, it starts to grow. Then it is called a seedling, which means it's a baby plant. The seedling grows into a young tree. The young tree is called a sapling. The sapling grows into an adult tree. Then the life cycle begins all over again. For most plants, they have life cycles that go on for many years. A plant's life cycle stops when the plant dies. So I'm going to show you the life cycle. It's a picture, a circle map if you would look at it that way, of the life cycle of an apple tree. So if you look, it starts as a blossom, a seedling at the actually as a seed at the very bottom, then a seedling, a sapling, a blossom, and then a fruit, and back down to a seed. So it goes in a full, complete circle. Conifers. Conifers are like pine trees. Not all plants have flowers. Some plants have cones instead of flowers. A conifer is a plant that has cones. Conifers make seeds inside the cones. Pine trees are conifers, and pine nuts are my favorite. Conifers use their cones and seeds to reproduce or make new plants. This diagram shows the life cycle of a conifer. So I'm going to show you that it goes from the seeds that grow inside a pine cone to they fall out on the ground. They become a small plant. They grow into a sapling, a small tree, a large adult tree where the pollen comes out and gets blown around, and then it drops again and becomes a seed. What are some animal life cycles? Yes, we too as animals have life cycles. Animals have life cycles. They are born, grow, reproduce, and die. But different kinds of animals have different life cycles. The life cycle of insects. Most insects change more than other animals do. Butterflies go through 4 different stages. Many other insects go through this same life cycle. The first stage in the life of a butterfly is an egg. The second stage is a larva. The larva looks a lot like a worm. In this stage, the third stage is a pupa. In this stage, a butterfly makes a case called a chrysalis. This is when the butterfly turns into an adult. The fourth stage is an adult. The female butterfly lays eggs, and then the life cycle starts all over again. So if you look, it starts as the butterfly is an adult at the bottom, and then it goes to an egg, a larva, a pupa, and back to an adult, and then all around the circle again. Our circle goes the other way, but I can't. I'm looking at it backwards, and I'm not coordinated enough to make it do that. So follow the arrows on your screen because that is correct. Life cycles of amphibians and reptiles. Ooh, there's a cool picture here. I can't wait to show you. Amphibians change form during their life cycles. After a frog hatches from its egg, it is called a tadpole. A tadpole lives in the water and has a long tail, gills, and no legs. Does not look like an adult frog. Reptiles have a different life cycle, and I'm going to show you that in just a minute, but here is the tadpole. So it's an adult, an egg, a tadpole, then a young frog. Look at these pictures. They're amazing. Look at that. Frog, egg, tadpole, and then look at that frog. It still has its tail because it hasn't become a full adult yet. That is so cool. This next picture, I'm going to read about it, but this is a baby crocodile as it hatches from its egg, and I think it is the coolest picture. Look at this. That is so cool. I think I'd only like to see it there because it can't move. Reptiles have a different life cycle from amphibians. The adult female reptile lays eggs. The eggs are usually laid on land. Young reptiles hatch from eggs. They get bigger, grow into adults. Reptiles do not change form as they grow. A young reptile looks just like its parents. It's crazy. They just get bigger, but they stay the same. Life cycles of birds and mammals. Insects, amphibians, and reptiles lay eggs. So do birds. Young birds are like their parents in many ways. So they are an adult, they lay an egg, they hatch, young chick, adult. So I'm going to show you that life cycle. Any of you raise chickens, you're very familiar. Okay. Elephants are mammals. Young elephants grow and develop inside the adult of a female body. Offspring are the young living things made when young adult living things reproduce. The offspring of mammals grow inside the bodies of an adult female. They are born alive. They do not hatch from eggs. When they are born, young mammals look much like the adult mammals. Dogs, cats, and humans grow and develop in this way. How can living things vary? Most living things look a lot like their parents. That is because parents pass traits on to their offspring. Children often look a lot like their parents. So do young plants and animals. A plant usually has the same color of a flower as its parent plant. An animal usually has the same color fur as one or both of its parents. But offspring and their parents are usually a little different. A child may have a different eye color than either parent. That's like me. Green eyes, both my parents have brown. A tree may have less fruit than a tree it came from, but these differences will be small. A turtle may grow to be bigger than its parents, but it will never be as big as a house. People are very different. Some are tall, some are short, some have blue eyes, some have brown. But all people are humans. The plants or animals in a group may have differences too. One flower may be red, another flower of the same kind might be pink. A dog may have short fur, another dog may have fur that covers its face. These are just two ways that individuals can be different. An individual is one member of a species. Can you think of other ways that individuals are different? When living things reproduce, they pass on traits to their offspring. That is why offspring usually look like their parents. A living thing's environments can make it look different from its parents. A plant may not get enough sunlight or water, then it won't grow as tall as its parent plant. Things that happen can also make offspring look different. A girl who gets a cut may have a scar. She did not get the scar from her parents, and she will not pass it on. I have had a great time reading this book with you. I will see you again soon. Have a great day.